on with more power chords. So the last video we talked about the basic shape of power chords. You can move them around. And then the three open ones, E, A, and D. And those are nice shapes. You can use them. Just about everything. But there's some other things we can do with these. And these are subtle changes, but they can be quite useful at times. So I'm going to do, start this first one on A. So this is an A note and an E note right here. So A and E make up the A power chord, or the A5 chord. If I played this note right here underneath the E with my pinky, that's also an A. It's just the next A. So this, if I play these three notes, it's still an A power chord. A power chord. Bigger A power chord. Very subtle difference. But what a lot of people like about playing this one is it's easier to mute the other strings that you don't want. You have to mute more unwanted strings if you want to play this power chord. Here you're playing two strings, and then you got to make sure that the next four, which I'm doing kind of with this finger here, I'm playing this note, and then I'm kind of lazily just leaning that finger back so that I can hear the two strings I want, but not the ones I don't want. Now, so if I do it this way, I only have to mute three strings. And then I get an extra high note on top. So, a little bit wider power chord. All right, now another way I can do this is this. So I'm going to move down one. I'm going to do a D power chord right here. So this will be D on the 5th fret of the A string, and then A on the 7th fret of the D string. That gives us a D power chord right there. So D, A, D, A. I could also go D and A right here. Now the difference here is that D is no longer the lowest note of the chord. But technically, this is still a D power chord. You can do it with one finger, just mash it down. This is called an inversion. This is when you don't have your root note. So on a D chord, when D is not your lowest note, you have another note in the chord as the lowest note. That becomes an inversion. So this would be, you could call it D/A. So this means D chord with an A is the lowest note instead of regular D. Now these, if you're playing guitar in a group setting where you have a bass player and the bass player is playing the root beneath you, it doesn't really matter which note is the lowest. That lower instrument, or sometimes a piano, can kind of get beneath the range of a guitar, and whatever lowest note you play doesn't really matter anymore. So you could take so I got a D chord. I could play it this way. I could play it the first way. I could add the note on top. I could also do both of those things. Now I got a 4-note power chord. A, D, A, D. Only have to mute the 2 bottom strings. The catch with this one is there's no way to do it off a root 6. Everything's got to be a root 5 for that one to work. But pretty big sounding chord as opposed to so all these are all really just the same chord. It's just how many notes you stack on top and everything like that. So that's the main ways to play power chords.